Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, defending a failing government is one of the hardest problems ever any politician can do in this country. And therefore, if you are a part of the leadership in Kenya Kwanza, you are in a hot soup. Anytime you go to an interview, you must prepare for the worst. So today, the Kakamega Senator Khalwale, who is also the majority whip in the Senate, was on Citizen TV live interview together with the Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna is also the ODM Secretary General. And Khalwale was trying to make an argument that Kenyans do not have any other option but to pay taxes. Because the main discussion there was all about these value-added taxes and the house levy. This discussion will not go away until that bill has come to rest. As long as the bill is still live, we will talk about it. So Khalwale is arguing that those people who look for a job, after they get employed, the main agenda is to pay taxes. Ya kwamba watu wanaenda kutafuta kazi, alafu kisha ukishapata kazi, the first thing is to pay taxes. That was his argument. And because of that, Kenyans have no option but to pay taxes to William Ruto's government. Khalwale is not listening to the views of Kenyans. What he believes is that because they are in government, they have to pass taxes and the bill that is coming the way it is. So he's saying that for you to ask for services from William Samoei Ruto, you must pay taxes. But the question is the amount of taxes William Ruto want to collect from Kenyans. But Edwin Sifuna responded to Khalwale. It was like a lecture because Khalwale was humiliated on a live interview and he lacked any response to the issues Edwin Sifuna was raising out, because these are issues that are touching on Kenyans on daily life. So first of all, I wanted to listen to Edwin Sifuna responding to Khalwale. Then from there, we're going to conclude this discussion.
This dismissive attitude, at least for us in Azimio, we are okay being dismissed by these guys, the way they're dismissing. Khalwale, who are you going to listen to? The ordinary Kenyan is telling you they don't want this thing, they can't afford it. The professionals are telling you they don't want it. Civil society is telling you they don't want it. It's going to ruin the economy. These private sector people that you're dismissing, they are the job creators. Listen to them. Who amongst us, Khalwale, is worthy being listened to by this Kenya Kwanza government? Who? Are you waiting for the bishops to come, the intercessors at State House? Are those the only people you can listen to? We are discussing matters here that are quite grave. Yes. Khalwale, even when you talk about savings, people save what is extra from their earnings after they have taken care of their basic needs. You don't force us to save what we do not have. You are telling that hustler who only makes enough. When they say people are living hand to mouth, it's not a joke. It's a truth that every single day the income that you make is only sufficient to take care and defray your expenses for that day. There is no more coin for us to save. So you can't tell us that you are encouraging us to save when our incomes have not grown. Focus on growing people's incomes. We have seen in other countries, people are happy to pay even 70% income tax. They are happy because their incomes can afford it and basic services are taken care of. Trevor. Number two, if you have disclosed here yourself that Kenyan teachers are not part of this plan, if you are a Kenyan teacher, you will pay this levy, but you can be sure, Khalwale has confirmed here, that house is not for you. That's what he has said. And if that is true, this is why Kenyans are saying, let it be optional. They say you can't tax me without representation. No taxation without representation means if this tax has nothing to do with me, don't involve me in it. You're talking about, the people in employment being jealous or being selfish. That is not the truth. In fact, all of us, every person who is looking out there for a job out there, they know that they want to contribute. People want to contribute to the growth of their country. They know that these taxes are mandatory. We don't look for jobs to pay taxes, Khalwale. Please, we look for jobs so that we can be able to improve our financial standing, to help our families come out of poverty, to be able to feed our children, to school them. If you are telling me that the entire purpose of looking for a job is to pay taxes, there is no point of me working. I am working to employ and to improve my lot. You cannot tell me that the entire justification for people to have jobs is to pay taxes. That is not why we exist. So we are saying, grow the number of people who you are taxing. I have not refused to pay the 30% tax that I pay. I don't have a choice in it. I am saying if there were 2 and 3 or 4 of us paying the same amount, you would have more. Instead of milking one cow until it dies, you are a bullfighter. Why can't you understand these analogies that use cows? Okay. Get 2 cows, 2 dairy cows that you can get a liter each. Instead of taking 10 liters from one cow, it will die. Number 3, these proposals we are talking about, you told us that we are a net producer of cement. The cement manufacturers you are dismissing here are also telling
dismissing?
Yes, you have just dismissed KEPSA. You have just dismissed Kenya Association of Manufacturers, which in fact is the biggest source of employment for me in this county. 60% of employment in Nairobi is from Kenya Association of Manufacturers. So there are people that I listen to, and I listen to very carefully. You people killed all your industries in Kakamega. So maybe you don't understand where CAM is coming from and the important role that they play in making sure that we are able to employ Kenyans. They are telling you, you have imposed another 10% export and investment levy on steel products and cement. The same things we're discussing here that should lower the cost of construction of houses. Khalwale, listen to someone. Listen to someone. The hustler is crying. He's saying, please don't increase VAT on fuel. You are saying, itapita wapende wasipende. The hustler is telling you that they cannot afford an increase of 5 shillings on bread. You people have already increased price of bread. You promise these hustlers that you're going to reduce the price of unga. You are lying to them every single day that unga is now 150, 160. You talk to those same hustlers, and I will allow you, Khalwale, out of my 17 constituencies, pick a constituency, pick a ward, pick a hustler. Ask that hustler how much they are buying unga in whatever ward in Nairobi you want to pick them from. You are not listening to the hustler. You are not listening to the professionals. You are not listening to civil society. You are not listening to us as representatives of the people. You are closed up in this state house where you just sing Hosanna from morning to evening, and then you impose these things, and you don't want to listen to anyone. You just dismiss all of us. Okay. For me, I am happy for you to dismiss me, because I know, as I said, you have profiled Azimio as a problem, that we are just a choir that makes noise. Listen to Trevor then, if you won't listen to me.
Now we are continuing with the Punchline discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To the return subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, after listening to Senator Edwin Sifuna, his message is very clear, well and good at home. I think there's nothing I can add on that. That message was straight. So you can see Bwana Khalwale in one hand, he's trying to defend a government that you can never defend. But Edwin Sifuna is coming in a gap to defend the common mwananchi. The people Ruto referred to as hustler, bodaboda, mamboga, watu wa rejareja, wakulima wa kawaida, na hata wafanyakazi wale wameajiriwa. So Sifuna is standing in the gap of the poor, the rich, and the middle class. He's speaking their voice. But Bwana Khalwale is trying to speak the ideas and the plan William Ruto has to come and suffocate Kenyans. That is the difference between Bwana Khalwale and Edwin Sifuna. What Bwana Khalwale cannot explain is how William Samoei Ruto is overspending. Remember, William Ruto's chief advisor, David Lee, said that the government is so wasteful. That means they have been wasting. Wanapanga safari ya kwenda nje, delegates iko hapo, wamesema watu 5. Ruto end up going with a delegate of 20 people. They bought a flight. Just imagine how much they will spend. in that visit they're going to make in another country. The government is wasteful. So before they come and talk about value added taxes on bread, saizi mkate imepanda bei, wamesema ni 70 ama ni ngapi? Mafuta wameweka VAT, imepanda bei, wanakuja na 16%. But what they don't care is how they are wasting resources. Before you think of adding taxes so that you can collect more, the question is, what about trying to reduce expenses, cost control? Ruto is not showing any interest on controlling the cost on how they are spending this money. There's no cost cutting. Ukienda kwa ofisi ya Gachagua, wamespend pesa ya mwaka mzima kwa miezi 6. Ya Ruto hivyo wamespend pesa ya mwaka mzima kwa miezi 6. Hata nimeambia ofisi ya Mama Rachel Ruto imespend budget ya mwaka mzima kwa miezi 6. Sasa imekuwa ni tabia yao. Then tell me, how do you come back and tell Kenyans to pay this 16% you want to impose on them? Khalwale made an argument that people like teachers will not pay this levy, this house levy. Then the question is, what if teachers get in their pay slip, there is money being cut going to the house? Inamaanisha nini? Teachers have to protest against this. 3% kama unatoza ushuru, watu wameandikwa kazi na private sector, there's no way you will stop taxing teachers. Watapiga hao ushuru pia. So that argument is not making sense. So it's very clear Edwin Sifuna has just given a real illustration on ground on how people are thinking and the views of Kenyans. That's a clear message, and that's the reason why you see Boni Khalwale is helpless. He can never respond to this, and if he has a response, that response does not make sense. Thank you. See you in our next video.